What's up, everyone? Mr. Newtube Gamer, back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 gameplay commentary. We're playing Safeguard on the map Grid, which is probably one of the best maps in the entire COD series. And yeah, I am Mr. Newtube Gamer, so I got a rocket launcher, and I get a nice kill with that, because I am a little bitch. Yeah, if you're new to the channel and you don't like people shooting rocket launchers, then I don't know what to tell you. Don't subscribe, I don't know, because that's my thing. I like pissing people off, I like shooting rockets, and acting like a bitch, and if that's something you don't like, then go to a different channel. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I got the Rampart, I think the Rampart 17, which is pretty much the Scar. And you guys noticed that there are no specialists in this game. I am playing the bare bones mosh pit, because in my opinion, the bare bones mosh pit is really the only good way to play this game. With the specialist, Black Ops 4 is fucking terrible. It's the worst game that Treyarch has ever made. But compared to Modern Warfare 2019, even with the specialists, this game is a masterpiece, because at least you can move. At least you can move around. In Modern Warfare 2019, you just chill in a building with... You can't rush in Modern Warfare. You just can't rush. Anyone who tells you can rush in that game is a fucking liar. You can't. No, Modern Warfare 2019 is the worst Call of Duty game in the history of the series. I mean, it doesn't even come close. And Black Ops 4 is, even though it's the worst game Treyarch has ever made, it's still a whole lot better than Modern Warfare 2019, which says a lot, because I mean, the Call of Duty series cannot ever go lower than Modern Warfare. I don't know how anyone can honestly like that game. Okay, and I'm not talking about Warzone. I'm not talking about single player. I'm not talking about even Spec Ops. No, the actual multiplayer is fucking horrendous. And you know, to be fair, with Black Ops 4, I felt kind of the same way, but just in a different way. I was frustrated in a different way. But my complaints are the exact same. It's just they do it differently, Treyarch and Infinity Ward. And what I hate so much about Modern Warfare is that it just tries so hard to cater to bad players, to new players, to people who just aren't good at the game. The way that Infinity Ward designs their maps, it gives a lot of safe spaces, a lot of crutches to new players. So they have plenty of places to hide. They can camp easily. And what about all the fucking bullshit? The doors. How about the doors? Put a claymore on the door, someone opens the door, and they get fucking blown off. You can't even counteract camping in this fucking game. Not to mention the footsteps are so fucking loud in Modern Warfare that it's hard to even rush. Because the people camping, they're going to hear you're coming, and they'll be ready. They'll be ready for you. They'll get the 7.25 out, and they'll fucking blow your head off. Like, this game, Modern Warfare 2019... it does so much for bad players, and not to mention the heavy skill-based matchmaking. So, I mean, Modern Warfare definitely does it worse than Black Ops 4, but don't get it twisted. Black Ops 4 is also not a great game, and I would go as far as to say that Black Ops 4, with the Specialist, is a fucking terrible game. It's the worst game that Treyarch has ever made. And there's a reason why I'm playing Bare Bones, because with Bare Bones, Black Ops 4 can actually be a lot of fun. It feels like a faster-paced version of Black Ops 2 with manual healing and higher health. Honestly, it feels a lot like Black Ops 2, and that's a really good thing. And I fucking love this game with the bare bones mosh pit, but the base game with the specialists, it's fucking terrible. Like, I don't know how anyone liked it, but hey, it's not just me. Because the specialists were so fucking great, they would have brought them back for Black Ops Cold War. I got that nice double kill with the rocket launcher. But yeah, Black Ops 4 does the same thing though that Modern Warfare does, catering to new players, just in a different way. Okay, do you honestly think it's fair when a bad player that can literally have a negative KD, not even go on a single streak, and just do fucking terrible, that they can charge up their specialist, they can charge up that little Tempest robot shock thing on wheels that can shock the nearest enemy, and it's a free kill because they're stunned. How many times have you been on a fucking kill streak in Black Ops 4 and you're doing so well and you're kicking ass and you win almost every gunfight you're in, and then some fucking jerk off with the Tempest fucking shocks you with the fucking drone thing, and that's a free kill. They just kill you because you're stunned. You can't do anything. You can't move. And there's so many other things, too. Modern Warfare 2019 had a really bad camping problem, but how many fucking assholes in this game were chilling in a building with the torque shield and razor wire? You're gonna tell me that that shit wasn't made for campers? And there's just so much other things. How about that fucking, the fucking nuclear, what was it, the fire break? And I don't even remember, because my memory's so fuzzy, because I gave up on this game. Like, with the specialists, I can't play it. When I think of Black Ops 4, I think of bare bones, because that's the only way I can enjoy it. I don't even want to remember that the specialists were a thing. You know what I mean? Because they're so fucking awful. But yeah, you had the reactor core, or the thing where the guy, the fire break, I think that's the name of that specialist, and he would just fucking cook you alive. Like, if you were on the objective, and the entire enemy team, like, was there, you could just fucking cook the entire enemy team alive and get, like, 5-6 kills. How fucking ridiculous is that? Like, you could tell that Treyarch didn't know what the fuck they were doing with this game. They want to take a little bit of Call of Duty, they want to take a little bit of Black Ops 2, a little bit of Black Ops 3, throw in some Overwatch, and call it a game. You could tell they had no idea what the fuck they were doing with Black Ops 4. The netcode in this game, also, is probably some of the worst I've ever seen in the COD series. I mean, there just isn't a lot of consistency with the hit detection and everything. And the servers. The servers still aren't great. And I guess that's, you know, that's not something that's exclusive to Black Ops 4. Treyarch has always had a problem with their servers. I mean, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, there's a reason why they called the games Lag Ops back in the day. Lag Ops 1 and Lag Ops 2. There's a reason why people call those games Lag Ops, because they were some of the worst servers we ever had in the entire history of COD. But you think, now that we're on to dedicated servers, that they would have improved a little bit. But no. In Black Ops 4, the servers are still awful. It takes a long time to just load the menu for multiplayer. And it's still easier to find a game, though, in this game than Modern Warfare 2019. Even if Modern Warfare might have better connection, the skill-based matchmaking is just so fucking thick that it takes a long-ass time to find a game. And if you turn crossplay off, forget it. You ain't gonna find a game. And how fucking crazy is that? Because you know a lot of people play Modern Warfare. But you can find a game in BO4 a lot faster. How fucking nuts is that? I just think that's fucking ridiculous. So the skill-based matchmaking is a problem in this game, but when you play a game mode that's dead like Bare Bones, you don't really run into that problem so much, because there's really only so many players that you can be matched up with. So skill-based matchmaking isn't an issue for me, but there's going to be one day when Bare Bones is just completely dead, you will not find a single match, that I will just never play this game again. If I can't play Bare Bones, I'm not going to play Black Ops 4. You know, that's just what I'm going to do. Like, I can't, I mean, don't get me wrong, I guess if Cold War is a good game, I won't have a reason to go back to Black Ops 4. You know, because a lot of YouTubers, a lot of the OGs like Blame Truth and Thunder, they play Black Ops 4 a lot because they hate Modern Warfare so much and because they just can't get into it. So, I mean, Cold War does look like a promising game, so hopefully I won't have that problem. But I still like to go back to the older COD games every now and then. But if the Bare Bones mosh pit is gone, Black Ops 4 would be literally unplayable for me. But I just think it's interesting how these YouTubers like Blame Truth and Thunder, and I don't mean to call out YouTubers. I love those guys. They're the OGs. I've been watching them since I was fucking 12 years old. You know, I fucking love them. But they make no fucking sense when they bitch about all that shit in Modern Warfare, helping campers, helping bad players, and they got the specialists going on. They don't play Bare Bones. They play with the specialists. Fucking Thunder, when he plays free-for-all, he camps with the torque shield. And he talks about how awful it is that they camp in Modern Warfare. Like, come on, man. What the fuck are you saying? You know what I mean? I will say in Black Ops 4, it's a lot easier to move around, and it's a lot more engaging, even with the specialists. So I will say that Black Ops 4, with the specialists, is definitely a much better game than Modern Warfare. Because Modern Warfare is the lowest the COD series can ever go. I don't think it can ever get worse than that. But still, I mean, you're bitching about people camping in Modern Warfare, and you camp with a torque shield. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fair player. I like to cheese every now and then. But like, you play with the specialists, and you complain about camping and rewarding bad players. That's exactly what Black Ops 4 is. But with Bare Bones, it feels like a completely different game. And I love it so much. Like, it feels like Black Ops 2. I'm not trying to compare it to Black Ops 2, because Black Ops 2 is still a better game. I mean, we didn't even talk about the microtransactions. Holy shit. That's just totally fucked up the balancing of that game. Black Ops 4 with the fucking awful microtransactions. So unfair. Even though they fixed it, it's still fucking ridiculous that most of the good weapons are locked behind supply drops and microtransactions. That, like, Black Ops 2 is automatically a better game because of that, because it doesn't have that bullshit. And that's also, Black Ops 3 had the same problem. But, yeah, I mean, the microtransactions, one thing I will say about Modern Warfare 2019 is that they're a lot more fair with their microtransactions. It's only cosmetic. But if the game itself is awful, it doesn't matter. You don't want to play the game regardless, right? But, the manual healing, people didn't like that. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the manual healing a lot. Like, it just became natural to me. And I really didn't have a problem with it. Like, I could take it or leave it. It's not like I want it to come back or anything, but I really didn't have a problem with it. People didn't like the manual healing. People also didn't like the 150 health. I like the 150 health. It's a bit harder to land a double kill now that, the enemies can take more bullets and, that the time to kill is so fucking slow compared to other Call of Duties. But still, I mean, I found it to be okay. I thought it was good. I thought Black Ops 4 is actually a really good Call of Duty game without the specialists. And it would have been even better without the microtransactions, because that was just some of the worst shit. Like, Treyarch and Activision, they've gone pretty low with microtransactions before, but Black Ops 4 is probably the lowest they've ever gone. I mean, that was just fucking ridiculous that they had so many weapons in supply drops, and that was a big problem with the game. Also, the maps. Like, specialists or no specialists, the maps are fucking awful. And the only maps that are actually really good are recycled maps from previous CODs. I mean, most of the enjoyment I get out of this game is playing on maps like Grind from Black Ops 2, which is what you're seeing on your screen right now, Jungle, Summit, what am I forgetting? Havana, remember that map from Black Ops 1? I'm Launch from Black Ops 1. That was a good map, and I think Launch and Grid were in the Black Ops Pass that I paid $50 for, which I don't know why, because a lot of the maps that they made for that DLC were fucking atrocious. Casino, Lair, Madagascar, Masquerade, Morocco, those maps were fucking awful, and you actually had to pay extra money to get those maps. Half the maps in the Black Ops Pass were trash. They were so fucking big. And the maps in the base game aren't much better, but the fact that you're paying for shitty maps, I mean, Black Ops 4 had the worst DLC in the history of Call of Duty, definitely. It was really bad. And the game overall just didn't do a lot for me. It felt really underwhelming. It was a big disappointment in my opinion, and I don't know if I'd go as far as to say that it's a bad game because you have Bare Bones mode, but if it weren't for Bare Bones, I'd say, yeah, Black Ops 4 is pretty bad. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you like Black Ops 4, if you hated it, and if you're looking forward to Cold War. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys again later. Peace.